Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuuX Episode 8. The Fall of the Moon, I believe it's called. Yes, Falling of the Moon. So this is a kind of a bit of a two-part action. The first part is the crashing of Solomon into Granada, I believe. So, and Granada being the place of the main fortress of Zeon, like where all the places are. And then the second part is we see the Neon's recruitment into the Zeon Federation. She's going to become a test pilot for this brand new mobile suit called the Mobile Suit Gundam FreD, which is basically if you took Commander Cassilia and fused it with Evangelion, is kind of how I would describe it, because Neon describes the mobile suit as she describes the mobile suit as reminding her of Cassilia. But this episode had a lot of bit of action and some interesting plot points. So from the beginning episode, the Solomon's going to crash Granada. Zeon forces have all sent their forces to Luna 2 in hopes that will end the war. The Federation has realized they're going to lose, and so they want to destroy Granada so that both sides are left with nothing. It's a lose-lose war. Lose-lose war. And so Cassilia's like, they see what's going on. There's no way to stop it. The one who comes in contact is Char Asimov and his team Chala Bull. Their team is mission to take out Solomon. They're going to plant bombs on unmanned Zaku's, and the explosion should cause it to lose gravitational balance and drift away from Granada. Okay, so basically that happens, and everything is going according to plan. And the reason that Char Asimov has thought of this is his plan, is because he's thinking 2 steps ahead. He's gonna, once the war is over, then he can take on the Zabi family and kind of and then be in charge of his own, be the commander and leader. So while all things are set up in Solomon, he's about to take off the bombs because he actually wants the fall of Solomon to happen. Yeah, fall of Solomon to happen. But he removes the bomb. I'm not sure how exactly his plan would have worked out, but his sister, I think it's in her Altreus, she comes in her light cannon, gun cannon, and they kind of have a little bit duel. He recognizes her, and then he stops fighting, and she leaves, and then this causes a bit of explosion. Now, before it causes a little bit of an explosion, and while he's in there, he's getting like the Kira is coming, and it's not for him. And we kind of find a little bit later that potentially he's alive, whatever. But he hears messages from the other side. Things are going on, and then suddenly he disappears, and this kind of explosion is causes the Solomon to go off balance, and then preventing the war. We saw this kind of explosion, and there's an official name. I could pause and do it, but the resonation, and that's, we saw it in the previous episode. This one seemed to be a little bit bigger, maybe possibly because of the explosives with the Zaku's. So that's why Neon wasn't affected. So yeah, the red mobile suit and Char Asimov disappeared, and so that Chala doesn't know what happened. That kind of ends the war. Then following that, we get Neon. We have her placement. She is going to be recruited by Cassilia. She says, you want to become part of the Federation, join the university and everything. That's kind of a bit of a lie. I think she's kind of not sure what she wants to be, but that happens. She meets with her. They have a nice dinner, and they want her to replicate the event of that day. And so he gets taken. So they kind of have a nice dinner, and then our good friend Xavier Alette, he takes her to where the FreD is. And I mean, this mostly it definitely screened Evangelion and everything. Looked very weird, alien-esque. And it's like the second GQuuuuuuX, basically. So GQuuuuuuX arch nemesis, or I've seen discussions with mostly Gundam Unicorn and everything. So that is its Banshee, more or less, you could say. But yeah, so she sees it and she meets a student of Xavier, someone who works with him. I believe it's Miguel Cerveto. Kind of like classmates they had, and they kind of talk about the past and how all the previous members who have tried to be part of this, pilot the FreD, have all mysteriously died because of a heart attack. They're not sure what causes it, but Nian's going to be the next test subject. A little later, find out, it's Miguel. He serves the Grand Admiral. He serves the Grand Admiral Giran Zabi. He serves him, and he wants to make sure that the weapon, the mobile suit, doesn't go into bad hands. Of course, in Cassilia's mind, the only way to prevent this is by her being the true commander. But she kind of figures it. Nian figures it out, and so is Xavier. Miguel's about to assassinate Xion. Nian makes a break through it, gets to the top where the head is, and she's a natural new type, and she's able to activate without even piloting and just create a giant hole. And this is how we see this lighting aspect. Yeah, he just absolutely annihilates him, just laser shot. It's not even gorgeous, just like bam, deletes him. But so we do see the end result, and Cassilia's happened, and she's definitely going to be assigned to be the FreD's pilot. Now, while that's going on, oddly enough, we see the reminiscence. We see potentially Char as almost another lady, Tirza Liani. But we do learn that while the events of the FreD are going on, Amati has mentioned escape, and she's going to find the Rose of Sharon, which is a character known as Lala Sun from the original Mobile Suit Gundam. He's going to go off and meet her. It looks like they heavily teased it. But she somehow managed to escape, and she's flying towards Earth on her own. So that was kind of basically the episode. Very overall solid episode. I thought I was kind of glad the entire episode wasn't dedicated completely to the Fall of Solomon. We did see a little bit of Nan. I was a little bit surprised. I kind of thought we would see more Amati, but Amati is going to be in the next episode. We're going to see her journey to Earth and everything, how she escapes. Curious how that happens with everything. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys next time for episode 9. I'm still enjoying. I'm pretty interesting. Curious to how all the other characters play out. Salamass, the Rose of Sharon, all the big things. Curious to how also potentially Shard Asmal. The character I think his name is Shurzo. He's got the same, and the thing I just clicked on it, he's got the same actor as Shar Asmal. He kind of looked like it. He was just blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm like, okay, this I think is obviously Shar. So I'm a little curious about how he comes to play. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time for episode 9. Hopefully you have a wonderful day. Catch you guys next week.